Those are things that you wouldn't usually use. Well, write, I mean, you would use for partitioning and something of a kind, but you generally wouldn't use write instead of a term save. However, it is as it is, and you absolutely need to learn how to use VIM. I mean, on all the server machines, as I've stated before, you're going to find VIM, and that will be the program installed by default, and you will need to know how to use it in order to edit large sets and chunks of files. It is very powerful, of that I assure you, even though it is not user-friendly. Anyway, I bid you farewell, and I hope to see you in the follow-up tutorial. Welcome back, everybody, to this tutorial. Let's just go back into the text editor, and today I want to show you how to search for things within a file. Okay, granted, you can actually do it as before with by grepping a certain word out of a file and looking at it there, but what we want to do today is find some sort of a pattern within a file while we are editing the file. How to do that? Well, go ahead and bring up your command console. So just enter insert mode by pressing escape and then colon to get the command prompt. Go ahead and type in slash and let's search for a pattern is. Press enter and you can see all of these patterns have emerged. You can find them all around. If you keep on pressing the letter N, the search will go to the next occurrence. So you see how the green cursor has moved to the first one, and now it has moved to the second one, to the third one. You can see how half of it is green and half of it is yellow on the third occurrence. And then we're going to go to the fourth one and so on and so forth until we actually reach the end, and then we get the red warning mark. It says hit the bottom, continue at the top. We got it the first time around because my cursor was down at the end, I think, or something of a kind. Doesn't really matter if you just keep pressing N. If you press again, it's just going to go back up and it's going to spin around in a circle once more. But the search can go from top to bottom and from bottom to top. Keep that in mind. In order to conduct a search which will go from bottom to top, all you have to do is type in a question mark instead of a slash and then type in, I don't know, let's say letter I. There you go. I have indeed found my letter I, and you see that the cursor now is at the first occurrence of letter I at the bottom. If I keep on pressing next, it's going to start moving from bottom to top, and it's going to show me all the letter I's. This is extremely useful, especially when you have a bit of a longer file and you're looking for a specific thing within it. Then you can find those small little tiny details that you are looking for by just using these search options. However, there's also a very nice feature of navigation here within Vim, and that would simply be your ability to move your cursor as you wish without actually having to use the arrow keys. Let's see what I mean precisely by it. Let's go ahead and do this. And now, if I wanted to, let's say, go to the end of the line, you see where my cursor is. It's at somewhere, or does it? That's the beginning of the line. I'll actually know. It's building is on the right, sun is in the space. Well, sure it is. Everything has to be somewhere. That is the sentence that we are looking at it now. But actually there's one even simpler up above. Never a dull day with you. So let's take this one as an example. Look, I have not called my command prompt out. It is not there. I am simply in command mode now, and suppose I wanted to go at the end of this line. What would I do? Well, you would just press a $sign on your keyboard, and there you go. The cursor moves to the end immediately. If you press a caret sign, it moves backwards immediately. So in between, you can keep pressing a $sign and a caret sign, and it's gonna shift between these two. However, if you press a colon, and if you type in $sign and press enter, it's gonna throw the cursor to the last possible line. You can see that my cursor is now at this works, at the last line. So $sign in the command line means end of file. It brings you to the end of file. It brings you to the, not to the end of file, but it brings you to the last possible line. While on the other hand, without the command line, if you just hit the $sign, it will bring you to the end of the line. Now, suppose you want to go back. I mean, the obvious question here is, okay, I know how to get to the end of the line. Well, how do I get to the first line? Well, guess what? You just type in number 1, and your cursor is going to go to the first line. You can do this for any other line within the text. You can type in 2, or I don't know, 6, or I don't know, 3. You see how the cursor is moving up and down? When you specify the line, it goes there and it stays there. Now there's another interesting option here. It's called joining the lines. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit my, please. Yes, okay, never mind. There we go. Anyway, there's a very nice option here which allows you to join the two lines. So let's say that I want to join this one with the next one. I would just, oops, sorry. Let's use the $sign to get to the end, and let's use the J. So J will, capital J, will actually merge the lines. So you see what I've done here? I have merged the two lines without bigger difficulty. I've just brought the cursor to the end of one line and I have merged it with the second line without, I mean, it wasn't that hard, but there are a lot of these things to just keep in mind and remember. How would I go about undoing this thing? I would just press the letter U. So just press letter U, that is to undo. I guess you can, yeah, already at the oldest change. You can just keep pressing the U to change stuff around, to actually go backwards and backwards and backwards and backwards until you undo all the changes that you wanted. It says here down at the corner, at the bottom left corner, already at oldest change, meaning that I haven't really done anything to this file, and I really haven't, other than just merged these two lines. But let's just go ahead. Let me just show you. If I did this, and if I did this, and I don't know, if I did this. Excellent. Let's just keep on pressing U now. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I have managed to reverse the process completely and efficiently, so to say, without any difficulties of whatsoever. It's pretty simple. Just keep pressing U and all the steps, all the mayhem that you caused will be undone without greater difficulty. In any case, I would like to bid you all farewell, and I sincerely hope that I will see you in the next tutorial. Hello everybody, and welcome to this tutorial. Today I am going to show you how to search and replace within VIM. Before that, I have made a small file for myself. It's called VIM, and I'm going to grab a line containing the word replace in it, where I have written out the command syntax to explain. But take a look at this command that I'm using to pull this line from this file. Why on earth would I place the command clear in front of the cat command? There is nothing on my screen, obviously. There's nothing in the terminal now. So why would I want to clear the screen like in this fashion? Well, you see, what this will do is clear the command itself from the standard output of the screen. When you type in the command, you will only see the result of the command and not the command itself. Here's what I mean by it. If I press enter, there you go. The command has disappeared and I only have its output. If I didn't do that, if I just typed in the regular cat, you see it would remain on the screen. It would remain on the screen and you would be able to see the command and the output. But the one that I have used with clear simply states that the command will not be printed out to the screen. It will not remain on the screen. It's a bit of a neat trick that I wanted to throw in here somewhere. Now let us move on to the VIM and replace. Within the replace, there is this first segment. So this here